like wind in my hair. That's what happens when you live on a boat, you guys. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Gabby Pinkerton, and I am a wedding planner for adventurous couples, but I am also here to help you business owners, and specifically wedding business owners, to grow your business and to take small actionable steps to get that started. So today, I really want to dive deep into the concept of freebies. I'm not sure if you caught the last video I did with a friend, Carissa Wu, but we talked about kind of superficially what a freebie is, what ours is, and how it can be beneficial to your business. But today I want to get pretty deep into this. Are you ready? Let's do it. So you're probably thinking, I don't need a freebie to collect emails to my newsletter because I have a huge following on Instagram. I get a ton of inquiries that way. Okay, that's working right now, but let's say Instagram disappears tomorrow. I mean, God forbid, but you never know. Let's say, how are you going to reach out to people? How are people going to find you at that point? You have no way of getting all of those people back, right? So I'm kind of late in the game. I mean, I'm just getting serious now about my email list, and I've had my business for about 6-7 years. Is that right? 8 years. No, 7 years. Doesn't matter. My point is, better late than never. So let's say you're starting with 0 people on your email list right now, and we'll talk about what to send those people on your email list later on. But right now, let's focus on getting them on that list. So what I found to be by far the best way to get people on my list, and in return, very often new leads, is a freebie. My freebie right now is a sample wedding budget for adventurous couples. So basically, a couple can land on my website, and there's a pop-up that comes up, and the pop-up says, hey, do you want to get a free sample budget to help you get started with your planning? Yes, please. So all they need to do is put their name and their email address, and right away they get sent an email, and I use MailChimp for this. So your clients or potential clients or fans or followers now have gotten this beautifully branded PDF, or perhaps it's a one sheet, perhaps it's a sample song or a discount code, whatever it is, they've now received this amazing thing of value. So you've provided them something for free. It's only fair that you get their email in exchange. So it's a very low cost exchange here. After that, you can now start keeping these emails in a certain funnel. Basically what I do is once they've received that PDF, they'll receive a series of 3 emails. The first email after that will be a day later, and it'll just be an invitation to view a secret gallery of some of our favorite weddings that we perhaps haven't posted about yet. So they feel like they have this insider's information, which in fact they do. The second email, which is an extra day after that, is access to our free Facebook group. So again, another thing for free. We have not sold them yet. We haven't asked them to buy our packages or click here to read more. We're giving them a lot of free content. We want them to trust our brand, to get to know our brand, and stick around if they feel like this information has been useful. And then the third email is another day after that. And we invite them to check out our Instagram, and if they want more information about our packages, we're available for a consultation, and that's where we can start to see who drops off and truly just wanted the freebie, which totally fine, and who perhaps is still interested in learning more. There's still a ton of opportunity to continue the conversation after those 3 days. So I'm kind of in that stage right now where I'm trying to figure out, what do I want to tell the people on my list? Like, I so value them being on my list that I want to offer them perhaps a few tips, sharing my latest blog post if that's going to be helpful information to my brides, sharing my latest YouTube video if that's helpful information for them, perhaps giving them another guide of some sorts or a freebie. And then eventually you scatter throughout that information a few soft sells. So perhaps it's an article about the pros of having a wedding planner instead of having you do it yourself. So you start to really, get them familiar with what you can offer them to make their life and their wedding a lot easier. Here's what I recommend you doing. Step number 1, create a freebie. Make it simple. 1 page, 5 tips, or your secret sauce to something. Figure that out. The branding does not have to be on point. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can hire somebody for fairly inexpensive to create something beautiful for you. Tip number 2, you want to just create a way for them to get this freebie. So the way I do it is a pop-up on my website. I have a landing page that's a secret link that I can send to people, perhaps on Instagram if they ask about something, or in a blog post, I can hyperlink that and it brings them to my landing page. On Pinterest, I've tagged that in a bunch of my pins. So a lot of ways you can share it if you're doing a podcast or you're doing someone else's YouTube video, a guest on something. That's a great way to start to spread the word. And then once you have that figured out, let it simmer. Let it simmer and just see the emails that you're starting to collect. Of course, once they receive that PDF, it would be so wonderful for you to be able to follow up with more content, even if it's just 1 email a week, 1 email a month if you have to, but continue to nurture that list. And don't be afraid to ask your followers what they want to hear about, what would be helpful to them. So I hope that was helpful. If you want to check out what my freebie is, I'm going to link it below. I would love, love, love to get your comments and thoughts on any other tips or tricks about freebies and why they're helpful, or any information about continuing that nurture sequence, because that's where I'm stuck right now and I'm just trying to wrap my head around building all this content out. So don't worry, I'm with you on that. Please subscribe, hit the little bell notification to make sure you know when my next video comes out. Catch you later.